Time for my November TBR. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zach with Zacks Books, and welcome back to Zocktober. We are down to the final three or four videos. In this one I'm going to go over my November TBR, kind of like some basic reading plans I have for November. I only have 3 books in front of me. I'm trying to keep November a little bit on the lighter side. Of course, 2 of these books are over like 700 pages, but whatever. We'll have the 3 of these linked down below if you want to check any of them out. Otherwise, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out the stuff down below. Podcast, Pengo Books, Danielle's channel, all the other stuff, Bookstagrams. And yeah, let's get into the books. Alright, first up is the buddy read Danielle and I are going to do. And that is Runtime by Catherine Ryan Howard. So this book is, at least to my understanding, it is about a woman who used to be a soap opera actress or something like that, and she gets a script for a horror film, and when she gets on set, pretty much the stuff that's happening in the script starts happening in real life, like people are getting killed, bad things are happening. This is one of the releases, I think it came out September, or maybe even August. It's been a while since this came out, I think. But Danielle really wanted to read it, and I know it's a book that sounded intriguing to me, so I'm going to be reading it as well. And since I am now getting out of the horror genre for October, it is now time to get back into a couple of thrillers. And I think that's going to be a nice change of pace for me, because my mind is absolutely fried from all the horror stuff I've been reading this month. My goodness. But yeah, no, I think this is going to be a good change of pace for me, along with the next 2 books I have here. So there you have Runtime by Catherine Ryan Howard. Alright, next up is a book that I had mentioned earlier, I believe this month in a video, and a lot of you guys suggested that I read it. And that is Wanderers by Chuck Wendig. So you'll notice this TBR, like I said, it's only got 3 books in it, but 2 of them are really big. You'll notice with the next one, it's another big one. One of the main reasons, besides that being like I'm absolutely exhausted from Zocktober, is because a sequel for this book is being released called Wayward, and that's being released this month in November, so I guess next month. And a lot of people really, really like this book, and there are actually people who said they prefer this over The Stand, and I want to put that to the test. It is a pretty decent sized book, and I think Wayward, at least to my understanding, I think it's about the same size. It might be a little bit smaller. I haven't really done most of the research. I think we've got the November release video coming up, and I think it might be on there. I'm not 100% sure, but that might be on the November release video we have coming up in the last couple days. But as far as I know, this is kind of like The Stand. It's got... I read the inside flap the other day, and it's pretty much, to my understanding, a group of people in the world like get this weird like disease or whatever where they start sleepwalking, and like these people like have to follow them and like make sure that they're like okay, like shepherds and like they're sheep and stuff like that. I don't remember if it's like an apocalyptic world or anything like that. That's at least the basis that I got when I read the inside flap was sleepwalkers, and like the people who are not sleepwalking in their lives have to like keep an eye on them. If you have any more thoughts on this book, let me know in the comments. Don't spoil anything for me or anybody else who has not read it, but if that is kind of right, let me know. If it's not, then give me a better explanation. But yeah, there you have Wanderers by Chuck Wendig. Alright, and lastly is probably the most anticipated Stephen King book I have left to read. I know in a video earlier this month I had mentioned I was probably going to start The Dark Half. Kind of abandoned that project mainly because the last week or so of Zocktober has just been brutal for me. I started having some mouth issues, as you can kind of maybe hear or tell. I kind of sound like poop. And I've just been exhausted. So instead of me reading a book that's a quarter of the size, I'm going to read an even bigger book. 11/22/63. This has been in probably 7 TBRs in my career, and I fully intend to read this book in November. It's like I'm being firm on it. Like, I want it to be the case this year. It's just a really popular book, and a lot of people really think I'm going to really, really enjoy it, and it's probably going to ruin my top 10 video that I literally just did the other day. But I don't know. I'm not like... I will have to see what happens, but like... historical stuff in books for me, it really doesn't always hit home runs, but it's Stephen King. I could be wrong. But yeah, as far as I know, some guy goes back in time, stops the JFK assassination, and like a lot of things start happening in terms of like past, present, future, all that kind of stuff. But I'm very excited to get to this. Finally, it is a bigger book, but hopefully I enjoy it. There you have 11/22/63. All right. Again, if you're noticing why there's only 3 books, it's because November I'm trying to keep it a little bit lighter. I might get to a few other books in the month. I'm not sure. But like I said, I'm just trying to keep it light. If you also will notice when November starts, we are probably not going to do a video until probably the second week of November, just because we need a break. For obvious reasons. We are both absolutely drained and just tired. The first video that we do, however, will reveal the winner of the 4,000 subscriber giveaway. If you do not remember the parameters, it was in the video I did with Danielle with, I think it was like a book haul or something like that. We'll post it up here. But basically we're doing a giveaway for 4,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for all the support. We've gotten a lot in October, and it's really nice, so thank you. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna try and get some more books, but those are the 3 that like I have got like solidified, like I'm going to read. Also, if you've been paying attention, I know I mentioned I was doing my Dark Tower rereads, but I think I'm gonna hold off now until the start of the new year before I continue doing that. Maybe I'll get to Wastelands in December. I don't know. Really trying to avoid reading for a little bit just because I'm just pooped. I'm tired. And so we're going to get these last couple videos out for you guys for October. Just keep this pounding out. We're almost done. Very exciting times. And yeah, if you have your TBR for November, let me know it in the comments. Or if you have any opinions on the books that I have said, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And we'll see you in tomorrow's episode of October. Later.